In my mind,
In my mind, it's not Christmas until
I
I hear
want you to be free.
that song is
Merry
like
Christmas
9 minutes
from
long,
the
bro.
Temptations. They come to do it in the back. Silent night.
Do 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 do.
Holy night.
Mm, mm,
All is bright. We going in on that song, man.
what? That let me tell you something. All right,
Goes
sorry,
in at the end.
if you don't believe in Jesus, listen to Silent Night. You're gonna believe
That song will make you believe in
when that
Jesus.
song is done, the spirit is gonna be in you, and you're gonna be like, you know what? I need to go get saved.
Woo, woo, woo,
And then
woo.
the
Woo. You come over
when
at
they
the
hit
end. Merry Christmas from the Temptations.
when they hit
Bruh,
the
people be really trying to tell me that the Let Us Know. I love Boyz II Men. We talked about this on the 90s episode. I
oh
love
yeah,
Boyz II Men. It's probably my favorite guy group from the 90s.
this is
But
true.
but um people be really trying to convince themselves that Let Us Know is better than
Then
the
the
Temptations
Temptations,
Silent Night. Yes, we had a
who
whole
said that?
Facebook debate about bruh, there was a
Bruh,
whole Facebook debate. They were
let
like,
me go
let
on your
they,
Facebook after we done with this
they was like,
episode.
let's
I
settle
will
this.
fight anybody that says
Well,
that.
this probably a couple weeks ago, but
Oh, I'll
it was
scroll
like
back.
it was like let's settle this.
Mm-hmm.
Boys to Men, Let Us Know, or Temptation Silent Night, and it was like, what? Are you kidding me? This ain't no debate. And apparently, it is a debate because there was a whole lot of people that was picking Let Us Know,
Oh, they
and I
smoking
love
dope.
Let Us Know. That's a great song. Don't get
It's
me
a
wrong.
beautiful
I
song.
love the song, but
The
it ain't no
Temptation.
Temptations.
It ain't no Silent Night.
Matter of fact, I don't even know if you can even put "Let Us Know" above the Mariah Carey joint. We talking about like iconic Christmas songs,
All I
like
Want for Christmas.
oh
I
yeah,
Now this is gonna sound crazy. I'm not the that song is very annoying to me because it gets stuck in my head. So when I hear it, I mean like I gotta turn it off because
but
it's
that's just
just
because they play it so much.
yeah, it just
But
looks too much.
overall, I'm not even gonna front like Man Card or whatever. Like that still is a great song. I don't care what anybody says. They play it
Mariah
all the
Carey.
time, so it gets annoying. But
Oh
like
yeah,
overall, like the way she put that together, she wrote that. She
yeah.
listen. If she
She
did
she
that
can
song,
retire off that song,
I was
bro.
about to just say that.
Yeah. I'm
If
sorry,
she
I cut
just
you
did
off.
that song and then never ever did another song after that,
Mm-hmm.
bruh,
Mariah
she
Carey could just work on Christmas, on Christmas revenue alone, and be legitimately okay because I forgot how much revenue they said that song does like every
bruh.
year.
Oh my
Because I didn't know that
gosh.
she wrote. I didn't know that she wrote the song.
Yeah. People be sleeping on Mariah, dog, because she's had like vocal issues over the last few years and everything. People be
Yeah.
sleeping on how iconic Mariah Carey was in the 90s
Well,
and
not
even
us
in the
because we
early
know.
2000s. No, I'm talking about people our age.
Really?
People our age be sleeping
Oh
on
nah.
Mariah, dog. I'll be like, there was a moment in time when people were debating
Mm-hmm.
Whitney Houston or Mariah Carey. Like that's how iconic Mariah Carey was at the
Yeah.
time. Now, of course, Whitney wins. I'm not, we're not gonna
Yeah. I was gonna say I would. I
but
would go Whitney.
but there was a debate at one point in time, like who was better. You know what I'm saying? Because like Mariah um hits wise beat Whitney out. Like Mariah's got more number one hits than like anybody. I think she passed like Madonna, Elvis,
She
all that
passed
stuff.
Michael Jackson too. Oh yeah. I'm pretty.
Yeah. Even Janet
Yeah.
has more number one hits than Michael. Because some of the songs that like are real popular for Michael that you would think were
Oh.
number ones actually weren't
Right.
number one hits. Like Thriller actually only hit number four, and like Smooth
Really?
Criminal I think was number like 10 or something like that. He only had I think like I want to say like 14 or 15 or something number one
Which is
hit
still
songs.
impressive.
Oh yeah,
But
very impressive. He's
yeah.
still the king of pop. He's still the greatest ever.
Say that.
But
Hey, say
you
that because people act like they don't know.
know,
Somebody, I heard somebody say the other day that Chris Brown shits on Michael Jackson,
yeah, stop
and
it,
I was
stop
like,
it, stop it.
"This
I
was
hate
my face."
I hate when that
No, this was my reaction. See the Grinch give
look.
y'all the middle finger,
Look,
nigga.
career wise, I don't even know if Chris Brown has topped Usher yet. But like, listen, Michael Jackson. For anybody out there, I don't care how old you are. You could be 10 years old, you could be 80 years old. Michael
Mm-hmm.
Jackson is a tier of one. He's a tier one of one. He
Yeah.
is a class one of one. There is nobody else on Michael Jackson. There are people who have come close, I love Prince. Don't
I
get me
was gonna
wrong.
say the only
I
person
love
I could put next to him and be comfortable would be Prince.
no, even Prince. I feel, there's people with like Stevie's ahead of Prince.
As far as number ones, or you mean popularity and notoriety?
I'm talking about like sheer greatness, like legendary
okay.
status. You know what I'm saying? There is only one. The level of
Oh,
talent,
yeah.
Michael
Yeah.
Jackson is above everybody. I don't care. what
And the
anybody says.
influence too, because
Oh,
influence
absolutely. Michael Jackson
around the
pretty much
world.
created the genre of pop music. Like
Oh
it's
yeah.
not a
When
debate.
people are fainting at your concert and all you did was come up and stand there,
Stand there
grown
for
men was
5
crying.
minutes. People
I mean,
passing it,
stood there.
and this is how dope. This is how dope Mike was. He
Right.
stood there and didn't do anything until he was literally like looking this way, and then he went like this.
I gotta find the clip. Wait, I gotta find it.
He literally changed his
show the
head.
people.
He's standing there like for 5 minutes doing nothing. People fainting, passing out, crying, whatever. Then he turns his head to face the other direction, and they do it again. I'm like, this is ridiculous,
bruh. That is probably one of my favorite. It was the Super Bowl, right?
I don't even remember which one it was. But anybody that can do that until someone listen, Stevie is amazing, Whitney's amazing, Prince is amazing, Luther's amazing, even Chris Brown is amazing. Beyonce.
Luther is my
Beyonce's
favorite.
probably
Luther's my favorite male R&B artist.
Yeah, he's my favorite male vocalist in terms of like sheer vocals.
Well, vocalist.
Yeah.
I'll say that. Yeah, sorry. Well, yeah.
I mean, Michael's still above Luther in terms of the music that they made, but in terms of just sing, one guy who I picked to sing, just a pure singer.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Luther.
Yeah, because Mike, you got dance, you got,
I was about to say Mike had a great voice. Don't get me wrong, but he's not the best singer ever. You know what I'm saying? I love Mary J. Blige. I'll never sit here and say that Mary J. Blige is the best vocal singer. You know what I'm saying? But she just made a lot of great music that's bangers.
Yeah.
But Mariah, yeah, she got I think something like 18, 19 number one hits.
Right.
Just number one. Like we talk about, all the hits of her career. Obviously, she's got a lot more, but for you to hit number one on the charts for like 18 times,
and this is
19
over the span of what, like how many years? Because the 90s,
she did it over like a 20-year period.
The 90s was now, yes, like you said, Whitney Houston and Mariah were always like not to each other, but people always would say, Whitney Houston, Mariah, they were like the top, like the heavy hitters in the 90s. Yeah. But Mariah Carey, you couldn't turn on the radio in the 90s and not hear Mariah Carey. It was impossible.
She opened up her career, I think, with like, what was it, 4 or 5 straight number ones or something like that. Like
the first album, I can't remember the name.
The one that had Vision of Love on it.
Yeah. Which I remember hearing it, but then it wasn't like I feel like they were more a little bit they were more like ballad type songs, but like you had some Fantasy, like I think Honey is probably one of my favorite
Always Be My Baby.
Always Be My Baby, yeah. But Mariah Carey was what? And then
when she was in her prime, she was untouchable.
Oh yeah, and then as far as influence and like beauty, because I remember all the boys was like, oh, she was like the it girl.
Mariah Carey was like, gorgeous.
What?
Mariah Carey was gorgeous. I mean, she's still very pretty. But...
Yeah. Listen, bro. She gonna get you that PS5. If you ain't get that PS5 yet,
that's why Nick Cannon married her.
Hey, listen, he didn't make a bad decision. He did not make a bad decision. I feel like that's like an honor in itself. I was married to Mariah Carey, and I had children with her. So you actually procreated with a legend.
He shot up the club one time and ended with 2 babies. That is amazing.
That's nothing but God right there.
That you set for life.
You set for life. You stupid.
I'm trying to find her singles discography.
While you find that, this episode is gonna be kind of like random a little bit, but something I told Travis I wanted to talk about was seasonal depression, which a lot of people deal with, and I'm one of those people. I didn't know what seasonal depression was like as a term probably until like last year. I'm a person that I love the summertime. I love the warm weather. I love tropical weather. I love the beach. I'm not a swimmer. Let me say, like, oh, you surfing? I don't be in the water like that. I like being next to the water.
Another statistic.
Listen, this year I'm going to in 2021. I'm going to take swim lessons. I think I'm gonna do it. It's something that I've been
Okay,
wanting to
Black
do.
excellence.
Listen, I have a legitimate fear of drowning. It's my biggest fear. It's heights and drowning, and heights is probably number 2 to drowning. Because
I don't have a fear of drowning. I do have a fear of heights. I've almost drowned twice in my life, actually.
and you still like, I'm gonna
I'm
jump in this
alive.
10 foot of
God
water.
want me here.
10 feet of water. Yeah. I think it's more so a mental thing for me. But I say that to say the seasonal part of the or some people say like melancholy, you get the blues. It's something about when it gets cold and it's dreary, it's not a lot of sunlight. You get the sun goes down early. It's dark at like 4:30, like 4:30, 5 o'clock. It's dark, like dark, dark. And for me, I noticed probably like when I'm 32 now, I would say like my late 20s, I was like, why do I always get like kind of like, and it's not necessarily, and I don't want to say depression because I know people suffer with it, whereas it cripples them. I can still get what I need to get done. It's just more of like a mood. Like I'm less inclined to want to do stuff. I just want to sleep and chill. Like today, I chill all day. I had no desire to go anywhere and do anything. But in the summertime, I'm like, yo, what are we doing? What's going on? And I think COVID also plays a part in it this year because the normal things that I think I would do to try to combat being like kind of sad or feeling kind of blue, excuse me, I can't really do. I can hang out with my family, in the house, but like they had the Christmas pop-up shop that they would bring to DC every year that I used to go to. I love doing that. I went multiple times last year. You can't do that now because of COVID. So I wanted to just talk about it a little bit because I feel like some of our viewers might experience it or they might have it and not know it like I did. For me, mine has gotten a lot better in the past. I think once I knew what it was, I was like, okay, this is what it is. So when I looked it up, the term that I found is called seasonal affective disorder, which is acronym is SAD, which is makes sense. It's a type of depression that's related to the change of seasons, and they said that if you're most people, the symptoms start kind of like in the fall, and they go into the winter, make you feel kind of moody or kind of sad. So they said it affects a lot of people, and it's linked to low vitamin D levels, and we know vitamin D comes from the sun. So the winter depression or the seasonal depression for me is normally like winter. I can't, and I think I probably said it to you before, Travis. I do not like wintertime. I love Christmas. Christmas is my favorite holiday. I love Thanksgiving. To me, if I could have it my way, I would have Christmas. I would have chronologically, I would have Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and then we could switch back to like 75 degrees and above. I have no desire to spend, and now because of like global warming, I feel like it's cold longer.
We just gonna skip Black History Month? That's what we do?
I'm sorry, Black History Month is also very important. I am so sorry.
Oh, about to say.
Forgive me, ancestors. I just skipped right past it. Like, look at this heifer.
We just skipping February? Like, dang.
Being real light skin right now. You just gonna skip Black History
Month? I was about to say, just because you got a little less pigment than us, you just gonna...
No, listen. I love my sister. I wish I had more melanin, but I didn't get the roll. The dice didn't roll my way in genetics, so I look like this. So I think that the weather changing, the vitamin D levels, also COVID as well too, kind of plays a bigger part. And I read something earlier when I was looking up articles that a lot of people are experiencing it with COVID as far as being inside. That depression of, you can't go see your friends, you can't go out to a bar really. Traveling for me was my favorite. I don't know about you. Traveling was like I live to go places and go see stuff.
Same.
Like,
I'm all about traveling.
How many places do you think you went last year versus like this year because of COVID?
Well, this year I actually ended up still doing a decent amount of places because like pre-COVID, I went to New York for Fashion Week.
Nice.
I went to Kansas City, and I gone to Jacksonville down in Florida.
Big
So
Jacks.
you know, So that was all like before COVID really like took off.
Right.
And then, you know, then I didn't really go anywhere for like a long time, for months. But then I started going to like places that I could drive. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm still not flying. I haven't flown at all since Jacksonville, which was in the middle of March. So I haven't
Mm-hmm.
flown. I haven't gotten on an airplane since March, and I probably won't get on an airplane for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But I've gone some places that I can drive. So I went to like the Poconos in Pennsylvania. It was in
Oh, I've
October.
never been there.
Yeah, I went to
Mm-hmm.
Rehoboth Beach out in Delaware.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then I went to North Carolina as well. So
Kakalaki.
I did those three. That was all three of those were in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
So I did do that, but the whole most of spring and all of summer, I didn't really go anywhere.
Yeah.
You know, but
But did you feel like, did you get that like, man, it's not, of course you feel like it sucks, but did you get that like sadness that some people got that's like, I
I mean, I
can't
would say
do
I mean,
anything?
I don't really get depression like that. I'm a big
Mm-hmm.
extrovert, so like, and that was my whole thing with COVID for like why so many people were getting so like most of these people. I feel like it was really just. I feel like there was a lot of. I mean, I don't want to seem insensitive, but I feel like there was kind of a lot of cap and a lot of like phoniness going on because a whole lot of people that were complaining or like that I saw complaining are real big introverts or
Mm-hmm.
ambiverts. You know what I'm saying? I'm a huge extrovert. I'm one of the biggest extroverts
Ambivert
there
is a
is.
combination of both.
Yeah, it's in the middle. Yeah,
Okay, I might
yeah.
be that too.
Because
Maybe.
I'm like I'm always I need to go somewhere and do so. I get a lot of feed off a lot of other people when it comes
Their
to energy and
energy.
different things like that. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm a huge extrovert. So I'm sitting here like if I can stay in the house or at least stay in my little region, my little area. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Then other people, there's been people that's been booking flights to going to
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta every month.
Child,
Going to
Atlanta is
Miami,
popping.
going to
COVID does not
Vegas.
exist in Atlanta.
Yeah,
They be partying hard.
Cali, LA, be tripping out there. You know what I'm saying? There's people that's just catching flights going everywhere. I'm like, y'all need, and all these people that are saying like, oh, this is so restricted and blah 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 blah. I'm like, half of y'all weren't really going anywhere anyway. There's a whole lot of these introverts that was complaining, and I'm like, bro, if I can sit at home and have fun and do what I need to do as a huge extrovert as I am, y'all
Right.
should have no problem. Y'all you live for this because
Y'all wouldn't know
people would.
anyway.
Right. I was about to say before COVID, I used to invite people out all the time. All these little homebodies were like, I think I'm gonna stay in the crib. I think I want to watch Netflix. All that stuff that they, talking. And now all of a sudden they have to stay there and they don't want to. So to me, I don't think it was necessarily they were mad because it was to me, I don't think they were I think there was a lot of people that were claiming that they were like depressed and sad because of COVID, when really I
Mm.
feel like a lot of people just had an issue with like authority. I feel like a lot of people just have issues with being told what to do or feeling like they are forced to do something. And so they just feel like they need to rebel to whatever it is. But that's just me. Now, obviously, again, I'm not saying I'm insensitive. I do know that there are people out there who really do have clinical depression, who have
Right.
been diagnosed and do suffer from the seasonal depression every single year. So
Mm-hmm.
for you guys, I'm not talking about you right now. I respect what you got going on and no shade to you guys, but there's a lot of other people out there who I feel like are kind of just trying to play the sympathy card right now. I'm like, you were sitting at home watching Netflix every other day. What are you complaining about? Like,
You ain't been outside in a year. Now I want
yeah,
to go to Mexico.
yeah.
Shut up. You
Talking
ain't want
about,
to go to
oh, I
Mexico
live for
last year.
traveling. It's like, okay, but you ain't caught a flight in like 3 years. So look what you,
You ain't even got a passport. Shut up.
right?
No
Niggas
shade.
without
No shade if
passports
you
over
don't
here
have
talking about
passport.
that.
I'm not trying to shade people because I know some people don't have that.
Shoot, I just got my passport a few years ago, so
I got mine in 2017.
I think that's
Yeah.
when I got mine. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Passport buddies. Woo.
Hey.
But yeah, I agree with you. For me, because how would you categorize me? Because I feel like I might be the ambivert, like you said, because I'm a little bit of both. Because
You
we've
like
gone out. We
okay?
be like, yo, let's go get
You
drink. I'm
like
like, yeah.
you barely make the cut of ambivert. You're like 10% ambivert.
Come
Like I feel
on,
like
give me
you're
like 25.
you're a huge introvert to me, but you have like subtle tendencies of ambivert. Like if there was a spectrum between like introvert, ambivert, and extrovert, I feel
Mm-hmm.
like in the middle is ambivert, and you're like this is the line, and you're oh hold on, you're like here, so you're like right past the line, but you're not deep in the extrovert. You're more you're more introverted than you are extroverted because you just be home. You don't be doing nothing. You be walking around your living room pacing, doing laps. She don't even
To the
like listen.
fridge.
Listen,
To the
y'all.
fridge.
For everybody at home, this is how much of a homebody Mickey is. Okay, she's got 3 grocery stores in like a 4-block radius of her house,
This is true.
and she gets groceries delivered.
Oh, I don't get them.
You was talking about like Postmates or not Postmates.
Oh no,
What's
I
the other
said
one?
once I get a little bit more bread, it's
Right,
Instacart, baby. I
Instacart.
don't
That's what it was.
listen. Grocery shopping is not my favorite thing to do. Okay,
It's nobody's favorite thing to do.
but if I could avoid it and pay someone else to do it, the only thing about Instacart is I've heard stories where people will say they don't get, they get fruit and it's messed up or something's dented or something's wrong because someone else is shopping for you. They don't have the same mindset as you. I might pick out a bag of lemons and I'm like, these are perfect, and they might just grab whatever because they just trying to get out the store. But I say that to say I am about convenience and I'll pay for convenience. So if I don't feel like going to the grocery store, I don't want to go outside, I I could do that. I haven't done it yet, but once once tax time hit, I might act a little different. I might be a little more bougie in 2021. And once you go to a new level of bougie, you can't revert back. That's how I work.
Mickey already barely be drinking. She don't even be going for like happy hours. We done invited her
I
multiple times.
did.
Nah, me.
No,
Listen. For like
don't lie.
even last year. No, even last year before COVID started. A group of us, for those who watching at home. So me and Mickey worked together outside of the
Unfortunately.
podcast. Some of our other, co-workers that we was also friends with in our little friends group, or whatever. We would invite her to go to lunch. We would invite her to go to happy hour, different things like that. We would go out as a
I
group
went to happy
all the
hour.
time.
Lunch, I
She
wouldn't
went
go.
like twice. She went like twice.
No,
You
me and
never
you went.
came with us. You
You
barely
a lie. Me and you went twice, and then we went with
out of the
Jesse.
whole year. I was there last year from March to starting in March. So from March to December, you went with us probably a total of like 3 or 4 times.
4.
Okay.
Lunch I really wouldn't go because y'all be spending bread, and I was like, I
Nigga,
packed my
what?
lunch,
$10 ain't no bread.
but I packed my lunch though. 90% of the time, remember I had
But
food.
see, that's what I'm saying.
I
Just the
rarely
fact
ate
that
out.
but the thing about packing lunch is it's in the fridge. It's gonna be good for dinner too. You could have ate that for dinner.
Yeah, but if I'm packing lunch to save money, I'm not going out and spending $10.
Okay,
And
but if you're saving money by skipping lunch, then you're also saving money by skipping dinner. So
no, I
either way,
meal
you
prep,
skipping
so
a
I
meal.
had my dinner ready already.
But see, that's what I'm saying. You
It's a
just you
science to
boring.
this.
You a homebody.
So this is true, but I feel like for me, like how you said you feed off people's energy. For me, sometimes I can feed off of it, but sometimes it's draining because I feel like when I go out, I have to be on all the time. Like I'm the funny friend, I'm the goofy one, so I gotta be like,
Who told you he was a funny friend?
me,
Okay.
nigga. I got a plaque. I got a plaque in the back. I'm
You
getting
got a
it.
plaque in the back?
Yeah, I'm
Call
getting
your
it put on the
dentist up.
wall. I feel like the energy part is true. If you go around people, especially if it's positive, of course it's gonna be positive energy. I wouldn't hang around people that make me sad. But sometimes I would feel like drained where I could go out maybe one day out of the week, but I could not go out every single night. I'd be like I'm exhausted. So one day here and there, yeah. But like you go out every single day, no problem, and be like, yeah, let's go. Travis has never said I don't feel like it. I want to chill in the house. I've never heard Travis say,
That's not
nah.
true. Like 2% of the time.
I've never heard anybody say you want to do this, and you're like, nah, I think I'm gonna just stay in and watch Netflix. I ain't never heard you utter those words ever.
I mean, I didn't say I watch Netflix, but I said I didn't feel like it. Depending on
I'm
what
just
it is too.
saying, you always prep to go out. Me, I'm like, I gotta see how I feel. Mine goes by emotions. Like, do I feel like being bothered with people today? Nah, not really. And I love people. I'm a people person, but at the same time, for me, the
But if
energy
it's
was
people you like, it's not really bothered.
no, not at all. Because like I said, I don't have friends that I'm like, oh God, I gotta go, see so and so. I don't operate that way. Everybody that I hang with is people that I love, family and friends. So but I say that to say I think that COVID did turn the switch on for people that really weren't going out like that were like, man, now I want to go out. It's always like you want what you can't have, right? So Now that you can't travel and you can't go anywhere, you're like, man, I gotta get out. I gotta get out the country. I gotta, I gotta go do something. I want to get out the house. But when you had the opportunity to, it wasn't. It's almost like you take it away and now you want it. And then once it's gone, it's like,
Don't want it all to seem to go.
you don't know what you got till it's gone. I looked up some tips to help with seasonal depression, and it's 15 self-care ideas that should help make the winter more bearable. So I'm gonna
Drop the
post
link in the comments.
oh yeah, yeah, I'm gonna put it in the description, but I'm gonna just give you the one, two, three, four, five, six. The first six, they said go outside at least once a day. Do your best to go outside at least once a day, or get some natural light into wherever you live if you're inside. Um,
If
winter
you're
days are,
if you're in an apartment or you have a house that has a balcony,
yeah,
you can go ahead and step. 'Cause obviously, you still want to make sure you socially distancing. But yeah,
right.
if you suffer from seasonal depression and you need to go outside, step out on the balcony, whatever, get some sunlight that way.
Get you a nice chair, or where you can just sit out. I know it's cold now, of course, but like you said, even if you just, for me, I have to have my blinds open, not open, but kind of tilted to where I get some sunlight in. That helps me be it gives me a little bit more joy, or a feeling of that I'm not cooped up inside, or I'm getting that like sadness feeling, is the natural light. I love natural light. The second tip is get a depression screening. They say if you haven't been diagnosed with seasonal depression disorder, that you can do a clinical screening to see if you do have it. The third is hydrate. They said a lot of people, which is true, will drink more coffee or tea during the winter months because it's cold, but you have to stay hydrated with water. Got to keep your body hydrated. The next one is protect your sleep. They said sleeping is very important. Of course, you have to have your rest, and staying well rested is a critical part into making the winter months more manageable. Maintain your physical health, which is something that's another thing too that I realized. In 2019, I was in the gym twice a day. Now I'm like, I have my energy level is just it in the winter, it just drops. And it's been like that for the I would say for the better half of 2020, but in the winter, I really don't want to go out. So working out at home, if you do yoga, even if you just stretch in the morning when you wake up or before you go to bed, or doing Zumba, they said that can really help get your endorphins up and give you a little bit more stamina there. And the last one is keep making plans with people. They said it is easier to just say no, I don't want to go out, but don't fight the urge to go out and do something. Of course, we have to still socially distance, we have to still wear our masks and be smart, but keeping all of the COVID regulations in mind, even if you're on Zoom, like me and Travis are right now, you get all your friends and you guys do. Me and my friends do that, like house party. We'll set a time and everybody get on, and we'll make drinks and have food and just sit and talk. And we're still together, but we're socially distanced and everyone is being safe. So I'll definitely put this in the description box. I hope that anyone that has struggled with it is doing something, or hopefully they find something that helps them get through it. For me, like I said, it's not as bad because I know what it is. It's just finding the things that help me not feel as melancholy and not feel as blue. So Google is your friend, YouTube is your friend. Always, to me, it's like I can always look at someone else's um, situation and say, okay, well, this person sees depression, this is what they do. Okay, let me try that. You know what I mean? So don't be afraid to look out and research and try to do other things, because depending also on where you live, we're in northern, we're in VA, so we get, it's wintertime here. It probably won't get warm here until like April. So it's gonna be like this for a while. And I don't know about Travis, but for me, the winter feels like it never freaking ends. I feel like it's winter longer than it's summer here.
You also kind of like anemic though, so you be cold when it ain't cold.
This is true.
That's why you be thinking winters last forever. Because even when it be like regular, normal, warm
Oh, I'm
outside,
always freezing.
she just be
Yeah,
cold. That's why
I'm
she
always
thinks it
freezing.
is. And I was
That's
about to
why
say
I
because
feel
I
like
don't get cold easily. I'm usually warm,
you're
so
always hot. Yeah. You always like, it's hot in here. And I'm sitting there with 3 blankets. I have a blanket.
Right. Look at that.
I was on just have a blanket on right now. So yeah, I think that finding a way around it is, the best you could do depending on where you live. Your climate is going to determine how much sunlight you get, how often you get out, because if it's cold and you don't really want to go out.
I mean, you can still get sunlight when it's cold. It's not necessarily the climate that determines how much sun you get. You can get sun. It'll be sunny. It just will be cold. Like,
right.
But
in
it's
the
still
winter,
sunny
you don't
in the
have as many
daytime.
sunny days as you do in May or June. You know what I mean? Like,
But that's what I'm saying. Like, just because the temperature's gone up doesn't it still be, if it's light during the day, that means there's
right.
sun. So you still
Right.
have sun, like even when it's
You
colder.
do, but it's not to me, it's not the same as, okay, summer, right? It's the sun is up till like what, 7, 8 o'clock. I
Yeah.
get more sunlight. I feel like, and I'm not an early bird, so I'm not up early in the morning to get that.
Yeah, now it's getting dark around 5. Yeah.
4:30,
4:45.
4:45
Yeah.
is dark, baby. It's pitch black. So so you're right, you still get some sun, but there's days like today, it rained all day today, where it's just kind of dreary. So it's like, But I'm gonna put this in the description box. Tell us down below if you guys suffer with seasonal depression or like the blues. I'm not a person that likes to claim, like, oh, I have this, I have that. But I think the best thing is to understand what something is, so that way you can treat it. It's definitely something that I think a lot of people deal with, and they either don't know it or they just experience it every year. So getting ahead of it was something that helped me. So hopefully it helps you.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm gonna let Travis tell me why I'm not an ambivert again, because I feel like I am.
I said you was. I just said you barely was.
You said 10%. I said 25. I didn't like that answer.
Yeah, 25 that's a little high.
Come on, man.
You getting like brownie points at that point. Like,
come on. I went out several times in this year.
Did you?
Yeah, I went to people's houses.
15.
Yeah,
I went to people's houses.
I went to dinner Sundays, Mondays.
Oh wow! Oh, dinner! Look out now! Watch out!
Yeah.
Woo! Not
I went
dinner.
outside to a restaurant.
Oh man! And see, half the time you was eating, so you didn't have to talk, so that don't count.
Or I was on my phone.
Exactly. Look at that. Exactly. 10%. That's
Damn
exactly.
it. I just walked myself right back out of what I just.
You did. Yeah. I'm a dissected. I'm an analytical person. I'm a break it down.
Oh, you suck.
but no, for real. Like if you are somebody that suffers from seasonal depression, obviously this year's probably been even harder for you than most years in the past. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. If you need to speak to a professional, go ahead and do that. If you got a good friend or a family member, something that you could talk to instead, go ahead and do that. Make sure you're exploring this option to make sure, because mental health, does matter, and we have a lot of people that in our community that suffer as much in mental health as they do physical health. So make sure you're taking care of that. I did want to touch base and go back to our conversation earlier. I just Googled the discography while Mickey was talking. Mariah Carey actually started her career with 5 straight #1 hits.
Wow.
5: Vision of Love, Love Takes Time, Someday, I Don't Want to Cry, and Emotions. And then the 6th single that she released, Can't Let Go, actually was #2. So she was literally like away from going to 6 straight. That's impressive.
Them out. It is.
That's impressive. You know whose record she broke?
Whitney?
Michael Jackson.
Oh, she broke Michael's. Oh.
The Jackson 5, actually, to be exact. The Jackson 5 started their career with 4 straight #1 singles. And Mariah Carey broke that record.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's impressive. Anytime you break a record that Michael was involved in, you're doing something right in your career. So.
Oh, yeah. Oh, one more thing I wanted to mention. What do you think about? I wanted to talk about this too, because I feel like everybody's talking about it. The stimulus situation. First, we was getting 600, and it was like, nah, psych.
Listen, 2,000, 1,200, 600, whatever it is, just hurry up and give it to me. Put it in my account. It's taking too long.
My thing is, I understand things have to be voted on or whatever. People out here hurting, okay? Like, we doing okay, but there's people out here that really need that bread like yesterday. And all this back and forth, y'all taking too long. Because when I heard Trump say it should be 2,000, I was like, this is the first time I'm going to say, sir, I agree with you.
Right.
This is the first time we identify on the same subject. And I'm like, yes, I agree with this man. But I thought it was funny because a lot of people were, talking about what they were going to do with their stimulus. And I feel like 600 is kind of like a slap in the face because you gave us 12 the first time. So now you want us to take less? You gave us 1,200 and what month was that?
I feel like the economy was also in a little bit of a worse spot than it was then. Than it is. I feel like the economy was in a worse spot then than it is now. So maybe that has something to do with it. But otherwise, I mean, they are still being greedy.
I feel like they could, we got enough money to fund war.
The one time I heard this on the radio yesterday. The one time that Trump ever said something that I was kind of like, maybe he actually might be making some sense in. He was talking about like, because the bill that the stimulus package is enrolled in or involved in, kind of enveloped in, is a total of like a $900 billion project, right?
Okay.
Something like that. But he was saying there's a lot of money in that bill that's going to relief for Cambodia, relief for Egypt. Some money's going to the Smithsonian, the National Art Gallery, the Kennedy Center in DC. All three of those places are not even open for business right now because of COVID. So he was saying like, okay, instead of giving money to other countries and giving the money to places that ain't even in business, we could have given the American people more money. So I was like, you know what? Trump actually finally said something that had some merit to it.
Someone told him, hey, say this, because he's as his advisor or whatever. But listen, yeah.
So, when I heard that, I was like, you know what? That actually makes sense. So, that's another, argument. But
yeah,
I got I actually looked this up while you were talking as well, because you was talking about Whitney. Whitney did have 7 straight #1 hits, but it didn't start her career with it. I'm talking about people like your first single was a #1. Like Jackson 5 did it.
Hard.
Yeah, your very first single, #1. Whitney had like 2 other singles that came out before she went on that string of #1 hits. From 85 to the beginning of 88, she had 7 straight #1s. Save My Love for You, How Well I Know, The Greatest Love of All, I Want to Dance with Somebody, Didn't We Almost Have It All, So Emotional, and Where Do Broken Hearts Go? All 7 of those songs hit #1. But she didn't start her career off like that. So Mariah Carey, as far as I know, unless somebody's broken it since then, still holds the record for most consecutive #1s to start your career off. So just wanted to point that out.
That's impressive. And then too, like we talked about in the episode, we talked about the difference between 90s music and music now. This is back when people could actually sing.
Yeah,
she's not competing against
people that can sing.
Not to shade anybody that's an artist right now, but I'm saying you're competing against Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson. These are vocalists. So
Janet Jackson was a great artist. But I don't think a lot of people call her a vocalist. Let's be real.
I like her voice.
She was kind of like she's kind of like a 80s, 90s upgraded Sierra. Like,
nah.
I said upgraded. I said upgraded. Meaning like she makes better music.
Don't disrespect Sierra like that. I love Sierra.
I like Sierra. I'm not shading Sierra. I like Sierra. Sierra, she's beautiful, you know what I'm saying? She's, she's probably the best female dancer that we've seen since Janet. You know what I'm saying? But nobody's out here saying Sierra's gonna blow you away with her vocals. And that's what I'm talking about. Janet made amazing music. She's an amazing dancer. She had amazing music videos, which, I rewinded a few times during my younger years.
Oh, I'm sure you did. But I can see you now as a little boy, like, damn.
Janet is back. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but
Michael's little sister?
That's another conversation,
I can't stand you.
That's another conversation.
We'll say that for another. We got old Janet Jackson.
That's another episode.
I was gonna say there's 2 funny memes that I wanted to share about the stimulus. So this is the first one. When I heard we was getting 600, and then when I heard 2,000, and that was my exact reaction, like 600, that's it. But it's like, I think they said they have until Monday to settle the vote on, I guess it's like the deadline on how much they're going to give us. And then this is the second meme that I saw today. And it says, giving your landlord 600 after being behind on your rent for 9 months. and y'all just do the stare down. Like, really? You better take this little 600 and leave me alone. But yeah, I hope that they pass the 2,000. I think people with kids get a little, well, not little, but they get more. So, if you got a kid that you want to let me borrow, just hit me up, DM me. I'm a good auntie. I could
And listen,
babysit.
if you complaining about your 600, if you don't want your 600, go ahead and slide it over here. Go ahead,
Listen,
I'll take it.
okay. He was like, that ain't enough. It's not, but I'm gonna take it.
Facts.
Send it now.
Talking about that ain't gonna help with rent, or yeah, I mean, it's not gonna be a whole rent, but it's gonna, pay for
Listen,
part of your rent.
it'll be closer to my Birkin.
Right. I was about to say that girl from that video can finally buy her little Birkin bag.
What'd you say it was
And your
12,000?
stimmy on the Birkin.
With the
Put the stimmy on the Birkin. Go ahead and buy yourself a purse that's gonna be empty because all your money gone.
Where your money go? In the Birkin.
Right.
I don't want a Birkin.
You can go ahead and get yourself a nice little purse from Target and you'll be all right.
Listen, you can get you a nice little bag from anywhere, but spending 12 G's on a bag when you don't have a savings account with that, or at least a little less than that in it, I don't feel like it. Jay-Z said, what? If you can't buy it twice, you can't afford it.
You can't afford it.
So with that being said, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It is Christmas time. Christmas time.
Yeah,
2020.
Merry Christmas. If you're privileged enough to be able to spend time with your family tomorrow, go ahead, enjoy that.
Yeah.
Don't be on social media if you got that chance. You know what I'm saying?
Be on
Spend
there,
time
but
with your family.
post your little pictures and then get back to your family.
Exactly. Post your little story post, your
Yeah.
picture, whatever, and get back to your family.
Yeah, pay attention to grandma and grandpa. Give them some love tomorrow.
Well, I don't know if you won't be around grandma and grandpa because they're a little older, they're a little more high at risk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe
But
Zoom grandma and grandpa.
if they live in the same house with you, then yeah, that's great.
Yeah, don't be giving grandma and grandpa your germs. But yeah, definitely.
If you see somebody in your house coughing and sneezing, kick them out.
Where they gonna go? They live there.
Nah, nigga, you staying down at the hotel down the street or something.
Wow, you go kick.
We got grandma in the house. You about to
kick Aunt Gertrude out. Aunt Gertrude been
listen. You can't be coughing in front of grandma.
Apple pies for the past 10 years. You just gonna kick her out?
You can't be coughing in front of grandma.
Oh my gosh!
I'll punch a little kid for that.
And this concludes. We hope you guys enjoy your. And we didn't say this before. We didn't say Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah. What other holidays are going on right now? Because of course it's Christmas. Is that it?
The Festivus for the rest of us.
Festivus, hell yeah, Festivus. For the Seinfeld lovers like me, Happy Festivus.
You would be a Seinfeld lover.
I love Seinfeld.
You don't like Friends, but you love Seinfeld. You weird.
I didn't say I didn't like Friends,
yeah,
but I would watch Seinfeld back to back and laugh. Friends is like, nah.
You bugging.
If I saw Friends marathon and a Seinfeld marathon,
I'm picking Friends.
It's Seinfeld for me. It's the Seinfeld for me. But
you know nothing.
Anyway, but thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Click the bell. If you click that bell, you will never miss an episode.
Turn our notifications on.
Turn your notifications on. The notification bell will alert you when we upload a new episode. We don't want to miss you guys. We don't want y'all to miss us. We're almost at 100 subscribers, which is pretty awesome. If we can hit 100 before 2021, I will have had a successful year in my mind.
Oh, I thought you was about to say you was going to do something like you was about to do like a challenge or whatever.
Oh, I could. What should I say? What did you suggest?
I don't know. Remember the ice bucket challenge from like 2014?
Bruh. Nah, I did a cinnamon joint. I almost died, Mo. I was like, listen. Me and my sister did it, and I used a freaking tablespoon. I got
it. If we get to 100 subscribers before the end of 2020, Mickey's gonna do the one chip challenge.
I will totally, because I wanted to do it anyway. Yes.
There you go.
We will do a one chip. I will do a one chip challenge.
And I'm gonna watch and laugh.
Travis will watch and laugh because he's too chicken to do it with me.
I love chicken though, so you are what you eat.
He'll probably be eating tacos or something while I'm doing the one chip challenge, and he'll watch me be in pain along with the rest of you all. and I will do it. So right now, I think we're at 90. Let me check the. Let me give y'all an accurate count.
And make sure you liking and commenting the videos too.
Yes, please. And even if you can't finish it, just like it. If you see the first 10 seconds and you like, I like what they doing. You know, you can't
Even
rock
if you
up.
don't like the video, just keep playing it in the background. Keep like put it on
Yeah.
refresh. Keep it on repeat. Just
Keep
let
it
that
on
video
repeat.
play. That counts as another view.
Yeah. And then on top of that, you know,
Yo, what's up, everybody?
sorry.
Welcome back to the good. Oh, that sounds like a handsome nigga's voice.
Sound like some goofy ass nigga. Just joking.
That ugly laugh. Look at that ugly laugh.
I want to say
See,
something. I don't want to say
this is
no
the
words.
laugh that I got to deal with, y'all. You hear Mickey's laugh?
What?
Y'all hear that?
You're more insufferable than me, sir. I want you to know this.
What'd you say?
You're more insufferable than me.
Oh, I don't want to hear it. Nah, that's a lie.
I'm easy guilt. Everybody loves me.
No, you don't even love everybody. Nobody can love you. Nobody can love you while you're sitting on the couch in your apartment by yourself.
Anyway, yes, they do. Let's see. We are at. Where the hell is it at? Oh, I'm dumb. I could have just looked at this.
Remember the first time I used a computer?
Shut up. Told you I had wine for lunch. Leave me alone.
That's lunch, nigga. It's 11.
No, I'm saying like, well, I had lunch late today.
Oh, it is 11. Everybody make a wish at home.
We are at 92 right now. 8 more people subscribe. Hot chip challenge for me.
Yeah, do that.
And we're gonna do it on Zoom so y'all can watch me cry because I've seen people do it and it did not look pleasant.
So you end up looking like Idris Elba.
Probably gonna change. Yo, I might get darker. Yo, I'm excited about it. I might get my little shade back because makeup helps, but I miss my little.
You gonna get your shade back from eating the chip? What in the world?
You said I'm like Idris Elba. Oh, you talking about on Hot Ones when he was choking?
Yeah, when he was choking.
I thought you meant his complexion. I'm like, ooh,
man, get it together.
I thought you meant the chip was gonna change.
Oh my god!
That's why I was like, will it do that? Nah,
joke all over your head.
Idris Elba literally almost died on camera, and we laughed at him several times.
That's like when Fabo said "help me" 75 times in that song, and nobody called the cops.
When you pointed it out, remember we were at work and we played the song, and I was like, "Oh my god, we were just jamming." None of us heeded this man's cry for help.
This nigga said, "Help me, help me,"
and we was just like, like, nigga, I died.
Everybody dancing. Everybody dancing in the background to the song.
Having a good time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let's get that 8, baby. Give us that 8. We need it. Okay.
Yeah. And in case this is our last video of 2020, thank you guys so much for supporting and subscribing. We hit our milestone over the year last month. So thank you guys for tuning in and being a part of our adventure here and letting us entertain you guys. We're looking forward to talking to you guys and entertaining you in 2021.
This is true.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Like Mickey said, I hope you have a great Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, all of that, whatever you celebrate, and Happy New Year's. But